All right, let's jump right in and tackle one of those tricky little parts of English grammar, countable and uncountable nouns. And don't you worry, we're going to make this super, super simple. Have you ever stopped and wondered about this? Why can you say two pictures, but two informations just sounds wrong? Well, it all comes down to a really simple split between two types of nouns. And I promise, by the end of this, you'll get it, and you'll know how to get it right every single time. Okay, so first up, let's meet the countable crew. And yep, the name pretty much gives it away. These are the things in life you can actually count. So what is a countable noun? It's literally just anything you can slap a number on. An apple, a school, a chair. You can have one of them, two of them, 100 of them. It really is as simple as that. This is the golden rule, the most important one. If you can count it, one apple, two apples, three apples, then bam, it's in the crew. See? Easy. And here's another key thing about them. They can change because you can have just one or a whole bunch of them. They can be singular, like the house is big, or they can be plural, like those houses are big. They're flexible like that. And finally, these nouns like to hang out with a specific set of words. Words like an, many, or few. So you'd say, she bought an umbrella, or I need a few ideas. If you see those words, it's a huge clue you're dealing with something countable. All right, ready to meet the other team? Let's talk about the uncountable group. Now, these are the things we think of as one big block of stuff. Think about liquids, like water, or big ideas like happiness or information. You can't really have 3 waters or 5 happinesses, can you? We see them as a single whole thing. So the number one rule here is simple. You just can't count them directly. Saying 1 sugar or 2 informations just feels weird in English, and that's your biggest sign that you've got an uncountable noun on your hands. Okay, now this one is huge. Uncountable nouns are always, and I mean always, treated as singular. So you would say the information is helpful. Never ever the information are helpful. Even if it feels like a lot of information, it's still treated as just one thing. And just like our other crew, this group has its own special words. We use words like some, much, and little with them. So you'd say something like, I don't have much time, or there is very little information.
But wait a minute. What if you really, really need to count something that seems uncountable? Is it impossible? Not at all. In fact, there's a fantastic little hack for that.
Check this out. Here's how it works. You just add a unit of measurement, or a container. You can't count tea itself, but you absolutely can count the cups. So you can ask for 2 cups of tea or 3 bottles of water. You're not counting the liquid, you're counting the thing that holds it. It's a total game changer. Okay, that's enough talk. The best way to get this stuff locked in is to actually do it. So, you ready to test out your new skills? Let's go. First one up, the word book. What's your gut feeling telling you? Is it countable or uncountable? Yes, it's totally countable. You can have 1 book, a stack of books. You got it. Nice job. All right, ready for the next one? How about the word music? Think back to those rules we just talked about. What's the call? You got it. It's uncountable. You would never say, I listened to 2 musics. But, and here's where it gets cool, you would say, I listened to 2 songs. So the general idea of music is uncountable, but songs are countable. Making that little distinction is key. Okay, last one for our little practice round. You're doing great. The word carrot. What do you think? Nailed it. It's countable. You can have 1 carrot. You can have a whole bunch of them. You can say, I love carrots. Excellent. And really, that's what this is all about. Once this clicks for you, your English is just going to instantly sound more fluid, more natural. It's such a small rule, but it makes a huge impact. So let's do a super quick recap. Countable nouns, you can count them, 1, 2, 3, and they can be singular or plural. Uncountable nouns, they're treated as one big group, so they're always singular. And if you need to count them, just use that magic trick. Add a unit word like a cup of or a piece of. And seriously, that's pretty much it. It might seem a little confusing at first, but it really just boils down to those few simple ideas. I promise, you've totally got this. So, I'll leave you with a final little challenge to play with. Think about the word advice. You can't have 2 advices, but you can have 2 pieces of advice.